If you're striving for sobriety, but going to meetings and taking cold turkey stabs in the dark at sobriety hasn't worked for you yet, then this lesson might be the missing link. It certainly changed my life and saved me from addiction, and I have the confidence it'll do the same for you. Hey, what's up, my free and powerful friend? I'm Magnify Maggie. I'm the creator of the Magnify Method. I'm an alternative recovery coach teaching you to think different in order to drink different or never again. We're gonna go through some really in-depth education today about your mind and your attitude. And if you are really digging it, make sure you subscribe because I'm gonna upload content for you all the time and make sure that you are staying motivated, inspired, and enthused to live the rest of the best of your life. Okay, welcome to the Magnify office. Today we are kicking it old school. I'm gonna walk you through an illustration to teach you about your thoughts, your beliefs, and your behavior, your attitude in life. Because the attitude that you have towards you in your life is the attitude that the world reflects back at you. It's so powerful and such a big missing link in the traditional recovery protocol. I always felt like AA and the 12 steps put all of the emphasis on the external factors, changing your circumstances. When I truly believe through study, thousands of hours of studying and experimentation, implementation, that the true change comes from within so that no matter what circumstances are in your external world, you are in complete control. If you've been watching, you've picked up on this idea of attitude throughout my videos so far. And I know that you've probably had experiences where people told you, just adjust your attitude, get a positive attitude, change your attitude, change your life. But who's teaching us how to do that? Who's teaching us the granular ideas of attitude change? Well, I want to start a new conversation about just that. And today I'm going to teach you a lesson that transformed the trajectory of my life that's so simple, you might even look over it and say, that's not going to work. But trust me, watch this time and time again, and you're going to pick up on life principles, mind principles that will bring you success for life. So let's dissect what attitude really is. And to do that, we're gonna have to kind of reverse engineer that to understand the mind. And in order to understand the mind, we have to understand the two parts of the mind, the conscious mind and the subconscious mind. And although these ideas and these terms are tossed around in high-level psychology classes and by behavior scientists, there's nothing really simple that helps us understand it that's talked about mainstream, even though there is a really simple illustration that was introduced in 1934 by the great Dr. Thurman Fleet. It's called the stick figure presentation. And this idea, like I said, is so simple that you could easily just look over it and say, that's never gonna work for me. But once you start to understand that mind is an activity and you understand energy and that you have the power to form that energy and shape that energy however you want, you take all of the control back into your life and you're not letting your circumstances trigger you to drink. You're not letting negative people drag you down. You're not letting past experiences keep you locked in trauma because you understand that you have the power to change that. So let's dive in. This illustration is so simple. It is literally two circles with one vertical line in between. Here we go. We're going up top. We have this large circle. This large circle represents your mind. Vertical line, this little circle represents your body. Now, in our modern society, we are really programmed to believe that we are just our body, when in fact, that is almost the smallest aspect of our being. I'm gonna hit you with some deep info right now that as humans, we are actually spirits. When you study personal development, philosophy, if you study theology, they all say the same thing. We are spirit gifted with intellect, having a physical experience. So our physical body isn't actually every aspect of us. It's the smallest portion. It is the instrument to the mind. The mind is this big circle. I'm gonna go ahead and write that M in there. And it's an activity. There's two parts to the mind. There is the conscious mind and the subconscious mind. And we've probably heard these terms again, but nobody's really teaching us this stuff. So I want you to start envision this applied to your life. Understand that as spiritual beings, we are always taking in energy. Think about when somebody you know walks into the room and they are having a bad day. Do you take on that energy? Can you feel that energy? Of course you can. That's a gift that we have. So imagine and understand that there's energy flowing to and through us into our conscious mind. This is where we develop the ability to think. This is where we actually attain negative or positive connotation of energy. Energy just is. It's neither negative or positive in its original form. We create that connotation as we absorb this energy into our conscious mind. Here's a spectacular idea that not anybody is teaching us again, that our conscious mind has the ability to reject ideas if it does not serve us, to reject energy if it is not serving us or growing us, to reject ideas that are contradictory of our goals. Well, be honest here. When's the last time that you rejected the idea that you were powerless? When's the last time that you rejected the idea that addiction is a permanent disease? For me, all of my success came the moment I started to kick that energy out of my conscious mind. Because here is the really magic part. When you pick up on energy and notions and ideas and thoughts that are actually going to serve you, all you have to do is get emotionally involved. Get emotionally involved with the excitement of that. Get emotionally involved with the idea of you ending up successful. Because what happens when our conscious mind gets emotionally involved? It deposits that idea into our emotional mind, our subconscious mind. I've talked about the magic of the subconscious mind in a few of my other videos. And here I'm really going to show you what the subconscious mind is responsible for. It's going to go to work on any idea that's planted, that's deposited into it. Remember that Earl Nightingale said that your subconscious mind is a fertile field. It will go to work on anything, whether it's poison or fruitful, whether it's going to take you further from your goals or closer to your goals. Your subconscious mind is immoral. It cannot choose to reject ideas. So, whenever you're getting emotionally involved in something, understand that that's flipping the switch for your subconscious mind. You might understand this in a way of thinking about watching a movie. When you're watching a movie, your conscious mind is cast aside. You're emotionally involved with it. Think about a suspense or a thriller. You're on the edge of your seat. Your hands are sweaty. Your heart is shaking. Your heart is pumping. You could literally hop out of your seat and scream any moment because you're so excited. Your mind doesn't understand that this is a movie. This isn't real life. Your subconscious mind cannot say, hey, you're not really involved with somebody chasing you and wanting to shoot you, but it goes to work to make you feel that way. So anything that you get emotionally involved with, your subconscious mind is connected to every cell in your body and you're gonna feel it. So think about anytime somebody asks, how do you feel today? And you say, well, I feel pretty down. That feeling is conscious awareness of vibration set up in your body by your subconscious mind. Any idea that's deposited from the conscious mind into the subconscious mind becomes a belief, and I'm gonna put a B, or you can think of it as an expectancy. Whatever you expect, whatever you believe, whatever you are emotionally involved in, then sets up this vibration to the instrument of your mind, which is your body. So think about when you're in a negative vibration, you're feeling fearful, doubtful, you're thinking, man, how am I gonna make it through this day without a drink? How am I gonna ever make it past 2 or 3 days without alcohol? Man, I must be just afflicted with addiction disease for life. Those ideas don't make you feel good, right? Those ideas will probably cause an automatic response of fatigue, even more chronic issues like chronic digestion issues, irritability, migraines. All of these things can manifest just from being in this negative vibration, this negative feeling. Well, your body is not going to be pushed into providing you positive results if it's not in a positive vibration. So you can see this deposit of an idea into your subconscious mind, changing the vibration of your body moves into action, and your action produces results. Your results are directly equated and directly correlated to the energy that you are depositing into your subconscious mind. Bob Proctor says that no intelligent action can come from somebody in a negative frequency or a negative vibration. So think about all those times that you were left feeling shameful, guilty, or you were ruminating over a troubled past. You probably weren't motivated into positive action. You probably buried yourself away, took time away from the whole world, isolated yourself, binge drank, continued the habits. But let's change that. And the honest to truth fact here is that attitude all starts from how you shape the energy that you take into your consciousness. Remember that when you're striving for new results, this is all coming from your attitude. If you have a poor attitude about yourself, you're thinking in a negative way about yourself and emotionalizing that into your subconscious mind, your body is never going to feel good to make new decisions and attain new results. Poor attitude towards self, poor results. Fair attitude towards self, fair results. Successful attitude about self, successful results. Which brings me to this attitude of expectancy, which I want you to embrace. Successful expectancy is one of the underlying denominators that personal development literature, authors, and speakers, they all talk about this underlying denominator of successful people, in which they think that the probability of them being successful is much higher than the probability of them failing. Any idea that they get about future endeavors, about relationships, about communication, any idea that they get pertaining to them and their capabilities, they say, you know what? There's more likelihood that I'm gonna win at this than me failing. And if you can just act like that for 1 or 2 days, you're gonna feel the difference. You're gonna feel the emotional deposit of this feeling into your body. You're gonna be vibrating at a higher frequency. We're gonna talk about the law of attraction in another video. You're gonna feel new things attracted into your life because now you're in harmony with them, and you're gonna be getting new results. And you know what the best part is? The best part is that you find peace in your inner world. You probably don't even realize how much you aren't actively thinking right now, but rather just experiencing mental activity in response to the things that you see, the things that you smell, taste, touch, and hear. When in reality, those are just sensory factors to take in information. But we're magical human beings, and we have the ability to take that information in and alter it in order to receive the results we desire. That is our superpower. That is why we are here. We can literally create any result that we want. And if you've been feeling disempowered, if you've been feeling like addiction is always gonna be at your door, you're always gonna have that devil on your back, I want you to shake that feeling off, because that belief is creating that feeling in your body, keeping you locked into those negative results. If this information just awakened you to new energy and new life, I want you to know that there's so much more in store. And this is a major focus for my work with one-on-one VIP magnified clients. So if you're interested in getting this information catered to you, make sure you check out the link in the description, because there's an application. You can go ahead and fill out that questionnaire and get a spot on my calendar, and we will take a deep dive into how to truly shift your attitude about your life, and not just some cookie cutter advice, so that you're getting the successful results you've always dreamt of. And until next time, make sure you are thinking different in order to drink different or never again, so that you are truly magnifying the good in your life.